When I read this story, I couldn't believe how many, aspects there were to it, politically, environmentally, all the people that got involved, how news media affected this story and was really, the reason it got out there to everyone. And I just think that at the center of it, there being these whales as well as people fighting to protect them, that to me was the human heart aspect of this story, which I really need to sort of get invested, no matter how big or small the story is.
Right. I think in this business there's a lot of that,
yeah.
where you kind of feel like the person you think will be the hardest component to put in place is actually the person who ends up, being your biggest champion. And it's incredibly uplifting to know that it's possible, especially on this scale. I think that, people can be frustrated and give up on getting a stop sign put at the end of their street or something that they need, because even that's very, very difficult. So to do something like this and to see how many people came together for you could argue an insignificant thing in one way and then an incredibly significant thing in another way. And the fact that all these people did it for the right reasons, that this thing of goodwill and good feelings and, all those cliches are true for a reason. That there is something intangible that is real, that I think that there is an inherent drive to take on and to actually see the good in people and see the potential in people. And even though it doesn't always feel like that every day, we have to remember that that's what our sort of persons want to do.
I need these kind of stories to, believe that you actually can do something extraordinary. And I think in 1987, this was a really hard, story to get across in the media, and yet it did, and it was, big and splashy, and children were watching their TVs, and they were invested, and Tom Brokaw, and the news media outlets all, were completely invested, and, politically, everyone was very aware of this story. And we live in a day and age now where information is so accessible that people, through media, can really change things.
I think passions by definition are things that you have to go above and beyond for. And so the question is, when you do go above and beyond, how much is that going to affect the rest of your life? And if it's something you believe in enough, you have to go a little farther, and that cuts into time that you could be spending doing other things or spending with other people. And if you're surrounded by the right people, being passionate is pretty fantastic.
Oh, it was very cold. It was like working inside of a snow globe, but that was actually very cold.
Yeah.
But beautiful.
Yeah, totally beautiful.